Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a Scarlet Witch Coco deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So, Scarlet Witch Coco. This deck is a soulless deck. You do not have a soul for this deck. You do not play with a soul in this deck. You basically make sure you have no soul, and then all your cards basically revolve around that. So here, I'll show you guys the build of what I have running, and let's get it going. So, I run, for starting Vanguard, Little Witch Lulu. So, when grade 3 rides on top of her, it's in the soul. When a grade 3 is ridden, you can call it to a rear guard. When it's called to a rear guard, you can Soul Blast 2 to draw a card. So this gives you a hit advantage once you go to grade 3, which is good. Now, for grade 1s, I run 4 Battle Sister Chocolates. They're the perfect cards. They're the ones that keep you from losing, keep you from being obliterated by your enemy. So, always gotta run 4 of them. 2 Dark Cats. One place, both players draw a card. All players, when there's like doing team matches, 2v2s, all that crap, but everybody draws a card. That's what I'm trying to say. So this gives you hand advantage on your turn, and your opponent gets a hand advantage, but also could screw them up with like damage triggers. Then I run Emerald Witch Lala. When placed, it has no soul. You can discard a card from your hand to draw a card. So then it just kind of thins out your deck. Make sure you can get more cards in your hand to be used, which is good. Then I run Battle Sister Omelette. Omelette. When it's in the front row, only when in the front row. During your turn, if your card has no soul, it gets 3,000. This is good for basically that 10k beat stick that you need, because you're gonna play no soul anyways. So it's okay to have this card being in your front row for like a turn, if anything, because then it hits for 10k, takes out a rear guard basically. Grade 2s. 2 Silent Toms. This is your finishing card. This is how you win your games. When your opponent's back against the wall, they have PGs in hand, they have perfect guards in hand, and it's basically your last source to win this game. When in battle, when this unit attacks, Sentinels do not activate. They cannot use their perfect guards. You can clearly win the game unless they heal. If you heal, you're maybe screwed. I don't know. Depends if you have a perfect guard in your hand. I ran 2 of them because I have not pulled any others. I need to craft those. Those are a triple rare I have not crafted, I think. I need to craft 2 more. 4 Oracle Garden Wiseman. 10k beat stick. Used for just having a grade 2 out on the field, so your opponent has to attack them if let's start playing blockade. And great for just being a ride if need be, because all your other cards are grade 9k or below, so it would be good to have that as a ride instead, because the rest of the cards are basically rear guard skills, so you want them. So next, Battle Sister Glace, I don't know how to say it. During your turn, if your opponent has have no soul, this gets plus 3,000, so that's a 12k beat stick. That's great. That's a great to hit rear guard and Vanguard, and with a boost it hits Vanguard with the cross ride now these days. Cross rides, ugh, they're going to be an interesting build when you hit limit break for sure. I'm excited to see how this will stand up to limit break. And then Rock Witch Gaga. When this attacks, if it has no soul, draw a card and put a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. So this reshuffles your deck basically, or not reshuffles, but recycles your deck. You can go draw, okay, I don't want this, I can put it back, or you can put something else back, like a trigger, heal trigger, who knows. Doesn't shuffle your deck, luckily, but there's other cards that'll shuffle your deck for you. Grade 3s. Ooh, on the grade 3s. Fun one. 4 CEO Amaterasus. They're my heals. I run them as my heals because I don't really want to use them. They're a soul-based deck card, and running them as heals makes me not use them as much. If I see them, okay, crap, I don't need them. But basically during your turn, if you have 2 more cards in hand, this gets plus 4,000. So this could be like your last ride, if anything. And if you're running out of options, okay, last ride, ride it, or call it to rear guard. It takes over your guard for you, those pesky grade 2s. And start a main phase, full charge 1, look at the top of your deck, and put it on top or bottom. So this lets you basically stack. If you want to see a trigger, oh, it's a shield trigger, okay, I'll put it back. If it's not a shield trigger, or it's not a trigger at all, just put it back. And when this attacks, Mega Blast, which is Soul Blast 6, Counter Blast 4 to draw 5 cards. It has to hit though. The attack has to hit. And I run 4. Next, I run 2 Meteor Break Wizards. When this attacks, Counter Blast gets plus 3k. That's really it. It's 13k on a Counter Blast. Your deck doesn't really rely on Counter Blast, so you can use it. So that it's a good thing to have this card because it does not rely on Counter Blast too much. So it's good. The main grade 3 you're gonna ride into Scarlet Witch Coco. During your turn, this has no soul. This gets plus 3,000, and when it's placed, and when you ride it on your first turn, if the soul is 1 or less, Counter Blast 2 to draw 2 cards. So the only Counter Blast is from Meteor Break Wizard and Coco. That's it. No other Counter Blast after that. So you can basically get away with getting hand advantage in this deck. My main focus is to get hand advantage. Have much, even though you don't guard with your hand, having more cards in your hand, you can get more PGs, get more grade 2s, grade 1s for boost. Having that hand advantage will really help, so then you rush your opponent. Last but not least, Sky Witch Nana. During your turn, if your soul has if your soul has no cards, or 0 no soul, or whatever, like 0 soul, like no soul at all, this gets plus 2,000. Like the rest of the witches, basically the idea is have no soul, and that's good. We need that. The whole point of it is to have no soul, so you guys can get power, boosts, etc. Just to have that ability and be able to swing high numbers. Because those pesky like ride chains have their 12k rear guard, grade 2, that is a pain in the bahootie. But that's my build. I run this build. I actually enjoying OTT with this build. Not much of Suki only because it's a hit or miss with the ride chain. But I actually enjoy Coco a lot because it's not as stacky, and you can just, it's a lot of hand, you get more cards in hand. So I find this build really good. Hope you guys enjoy the build, and I'll see you guys next time.